Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Alright. Check, check.
Of course. Women are smart.
I know.
All right, just a quick recap, right? So, obviously it's a Q and A session, right? So, okay, so I say the questions. Now, how did y'all want to play the role? I can honestly, right? Like it's therapy. I like to call this therapy Thursday.
Nice.
So kind of like a Q and A, right? So I bust a question. Like question number one: was there an episode in your life where you realized the change is coming, and you had no one to turn to? Would you want me to say? Or I can say, well, I can start off with my perspective.
That's perfect.
Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
100%. Yeah.
And then I'll say I'll have a nuanced call. Say, so what about you, Chris? And then you bring your story
100%.
out.
Yeah, that'll
And
work.
then Gus, you too.
Yeah, that's
And then
awesome.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
all right.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like a Q&A, but no matter what happens, we're gonna bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's
so
exactly
it's
it.
just
Yeah.
like you know, an everyday conversation.
Right.
And you know, once like there's a pause, I'll immediately jump in and just bust some conversation out and
Okay.
just lead the way.
There's usually not much pauses, so we should be good. Like
Yeah, we'll be talking forever. Right? I have a feeling about that. Man. So, you know, I'm very blessed, honored.
We are.
Oh,
yeah.
I think this is perfect timing. You know, I've been going through my struggles
Wow.
Yeah.
all the time, man. And once we talked during the Filipino conference, I was like, man, this dude got something. I feel the energy, man.
Wow.
I said,
He's-
you know
he's-
what?
He's like a magnet. Like
Yeah, exactly, man. And like, you know, there's people like this you really can't lose.
Yeah.
And you know, I can tell you off air, man. Like, I never went to a rehab, right? I basically was 6 years sober, man. Just talking to my friend, and it's the least friend you expect, man. That's the thing that trips me out today. It's like, man, and that's why today is very therapeutic because those same high school friends, man, that you thought that were gone for you forever, right? They're the ones that kind of turn their back on you when you least
100%.
expect it.
We've had
But
an
then, like the
episode
normal
about
guy,
that, yeah.
the normal people, like your everyday people that you least expect,
Oh
you
yeah.
just walk up to, like, you know. I was like, whoa, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
energy
wow.
hits you,
Yeah.
and like I was like, dude,
I love
and,
it.
and all of a sudden, man, it's like, you know, like there's like, you know,
tell you, when we met, and I had mentioned what I did, I seen something in you that caught on real quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy's it. Like, you know, there's some people that are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You were kind of like, you reached in a little deeper, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh. And I can feel that.
Yeah.
So that's why I just went on and on with you, and then all of a sudden, now we're here.
Yeah, man, and I can tell you this is just the beginning. So
Please.
no, and I can tell you too. It's like, you know, with this world we live in, man.
Thank
Like,
you. Yeah.
you know, the energy, man, it's just like KUCI, man. Like, you know, we all went through hard times, right? But we managed to have like that strength, man, of passion.
Yeah.
And dude, like, we're 6 years strong.
Yeah.
I'm 6 years sober. I've been with the stage for 9 years, man.
Wow.
That's a
and
big
so and this is
accomplishment, though,
this
yeah.
is a beginning relationship to come, man.
Yeah.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
So-
well,
so-
can I ask if you don't mind? If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
6 years sober
Yeah.
from alcohol.
Yeah, just alcohol. But I knew that. I mean, this is question number one. I'll tell you off air. But there was many signs, man, of things coming, man. I got pulled over with my kids in the back seat. Some scary shit.
That is, yeah.
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 And- but
That'll-
this is
that'll
not
wake
even
you
my
up.
this is not even my question and answer one.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, I was already drunk, right? I said, you know, fuck, let me just buy a Del Taco down the street. That's where I get pulled over, man. Down the street from my house.
Yes.
Well, that's usually what happens.
I was already drunk off of vodka, dude. I got my kids, right? Well, they're old now, but they were barely like 6 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, shit, right? And this cop, man. I mean, dude, it was a Saturday prime time, roughly around 9 o'clock. I'm not going to the bar, right? I have my kids, but he just
Yeah.
pulled me over out of, I guess, randomness, right? And then, kind of brown nosed. The cop said, "Oh yeah, my kids were just going to Del Taco." But dude, I was cherry faced, man.
Of course.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and they know.
Yeah, they're not dumb.
You can
They're not
smell
dumb.
it,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I wanna, like, throughout my life, there's a saying that, yeah, you know, vodka's scentless. Not when you mix it though. I mean, yeah, it's scentless when you take shots, right? But
Yeah.
dude, when you cherry,
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, you know. So I'm like, oh damn, man. It's one of those moments too. It's not like, okay, high and by, dude. It's like, okay, license, registration, and
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's some shit.
and
you
dude,
gotta
I'm like
deal with,
right
too.
here at the Del Taco too, right? So he pulled me on the curb. That was that, and this is offline, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, that was I think 2018, man.
Did you end up getting a DUI from it?
No, I didn't. I was
Oh,
saved.
you got
man.
You were
lucky, yeah.
saved.
That was ball number
Whoa.
one. I was ball, and ball number two. We'll talk about
Okay,
it. We'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it. Yeah, you know, make sure y'all get comfy. Some of the cameras are on, but just we're ready. You know, I'm just once again off air. I'm blessed and honored to
No,
to have
thank
y'all.
you, man. You don't
Sure.
know how long
Yeah.
we've been talking about it. Every day we
Yeah.
talk about it.
As soon as he talked to you, he called me that night.
Yeah.
And then he's like, listen to this. And I was like, that's dope, dude. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Yeah, 100%.
And then you know your station. We know we dug into you.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
we know the music you play. We know all
I
about you.
appreciate you.
And then for you to come in and bring this whole thing into your lineup or whatever, you know, it's different. So
Yeah,
for you to be
it-
open enough to do that is like,
It's
wow.
big. It's really big.
That's
and I think it's
incredible.
this time.
That's incredible.
Yeah, you know, I know it's primarily a reggae base, but it's also a life station. Man.
It is.
So
It is.
you know, reggae, like they say, reggae music is life, and a
Right.
subgenre is reggae, but
Yeah.
the components of everyday action that of energy, man, that we need, that's part of life too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And especially during the summer, man, you know, I like to twist it up a little hybrid style, a little
There
bit.
you go.
know, so
No.
that's why
And
we're
this
here, right?
and listen, we all know this topic, mental health
Oh
is huge.
yeah, man.
Some
Very
people
huge,
will
yeah.
talk about it, some don't want anything to
And
do
some
with it.
some
Yeah.
people can be defensive.
Very.
Very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, you know, and you can tell off the first comment, like, you know, is it better to walk away?
Right.
Yeah.
But then when I got you know that I was like, okay, and then it's like boom, right? Yeah, and I did those same friends from high school, man, were actually defensive.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, for sure.
They
But
flipped the
it's
script.
ingrained in them. That's what sucks. Is like ever since you were a kid, you know, it's ingrained you from society, your parents. Like men don't they take care of what they gotta take care of, and just kind of shut up. You don't
Yeah.
talk about your feelings. You don't cry. You don't do nothing.
Yeah,
And so I'm
suppression.
already thinking
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like, so we all hold everything inside, and the glass just keeps filling and filling and filling and filling till
And that's
And
why
then-
sometimes, especially like during fatherhood, right? There's always the dark side. You
Yeah.
know, I could have got
Always.
locked up, man.
Yeah.
I could have got locked up.
Oh yeah.
You know, a
You were
suicide.
saying-
I mean, there's suicides. You know, there's. It's no different from the everyday struggles of life, but what makes this one applicable is the fact that we're all fathers and men.
I got a cat. I'm not a father, but I got a cat. So
No,
we
no,
we
no,
weren't
no,
able
no,
to
no,
have kids. That's
compassionate,
why.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
relational stuff. You know, it's like one of my best friend's brother had a cat too, and recently died. So he's going.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's hard.
Oh, it's
I
hard.
had a cat for 20 years. So I have a heart disease. I have a pacemaker defibrillator, and I got the cat I had before this. I had it the year I found out what heart disease I had. For 20 years, I had her, and then she died. So she was with me through all my bad stuff, and she could tell when I was having a bad heart day. She would come up next to me and I'd pet her and stuff, and she just knew when I wasn't feeling good. And then when she passed away of old age. She didn't have anything wrong with her. She passed away at home on her carpet, but I was like, man, it like broke me. I was like broke for a while, but you know, same thing. Like, you don't cry, you don't do nothing. So I had a few tears come down, and then my wife's mom was there, and I was like, you need to tell her to leave. I need some like time for myself right now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, you know, give it maybe like 10 more minutes.
Yeah,
No,
whatever-
that's actually
whatever
perfect
you
because
need,
we downloaded everything, the
Oh,
apps and
okay.
all that.
Yeah,
So we're,
he's telling his wife. I told my wife, like, hey, you can listen to it live if you go to this. And
There you go. There you go. I'm blessed again, y'all. So
Thank
yeah,
you, man.
yeah.
Take your time, bro. Listen,
Okay.
we committed tonight for you, bro.
Thank you.
So you just do what you do. We'll be right here.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Well, would y'all like to sit in now? Or?
Yeah,
sure.
All right. Let me go ahead and close the door.
Okay.
okay with filming?
Awesome. Oh yeah. That's why we're here, but that's right. Welcome to our studio, Studio A. So.
Studio, what an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
All right, so we just find a spot here.
Yeah. So Gus, I would like for you to sit in the middle, and then Chris, if you can sit on this edge, please.
Okay.
So we'll go in the middle here. Yes, sir.
All right. I apologize for it being a little tight.
No, man,
no.
listen, we're good, bro.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, let me just make sure. All right, there we go. This is gonna be the YouTube pre-record.
Okay.
All right. This is gonna be the YouTube vertical pre-record. This is a horizontal record.
That's awesome.
Um,
I like
that-
your setup. Yeah.
Yeah. So this right here is just a shout out miscellaneous record,
Okay.
and then this is a Facebook Live. So if you're on the facebook.com/aloha, it's streaming off of that site.
Would it be easier, because we got a whole bunch of people waiting to jump
they're-
on board. So would it be easier to go onto KUCI,
Oh, it's
or is it easier to go to Facebook?
KUCI. When you're on the KUCI.org website, you're gonna hear the vocal. I mean the audio part, but the video and audio is via here. So it really
Okay.
depends on on your customers or
Yeah.
clients if they want to watch us live. Yeah. There's no direct YouTube live. Yeah. I don't have enough followers for that.
Gotcha. No, for sure.
But that's why this right here is gonna be a pre-record of that.
Pre-record.
Okay,
yeah.
Got you.
So-
Okay.
But if you want, they can go to facebook.com/aloha. It'll be the real time. It might be a 3-minute delay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife right now downloaded the TuneIn
Okay.
app, and she's on there right now. Yeah.
there you go. And here's the stream rating right now. So it looks like it's going up a little bit. So we got 18 listeners right now. So
There we
Okay.
go.
18 your fans, brother. There you go. All right, so let's see. Before we start our intro, so I'm gonna say the intro, the usual aloha intro, right?
Okay.
The cue in is gonna be when I say today's talk is therapy. That's when I'm gonna introduce the real, and then the second cue will say we're bringing the real life talk, We're bringing the real live talk podcast to the Aloha All Over Radio Show on 88.9 FM KUCI.
Yeah.
Everybody, boom, and then that's when I'll cue you when I say today we got our honored guests Gus and Chris. Then I'll kind of ramble, maybe a 2-second ramble, a 2-sentence ramble, and then boom, I'll say question number 1. It's just like what we said
Yeah.
outside.
And how would you like to be addressed? First name, nickname?
Oh, DJ Mac. Yeah, DJ Mac would be good.
DJ Mac.
Yeah, DJ
Beautiful.
Mac. So,
All right.
and then according to the itinerary, then we'll 45 minutes later we'll switch it up a little bit after a song break and say, so tell me about the mobile print shop. That way there's a little squeeze
Yeah.
in there, squeeze in a PR for y'all.
And I saw you like cars too on your thing.
Yeah.
I throw cars events. That's
Yeah.
my thing. Yeah.
What?
Once a
Yes,
month. Yeah.
yes.
Like I told you, the energy, man, is
Yeah.
is real, and that's why it's like soulful assets.
Yes.
And that's why.
Yeah, and you know what we're about to do is we're gonna take the car community and his Cars and Coffee, and put together with the Real Life podcast and bring mental health to the youth
Yeah.
of these
Oh,
car
there
shows.
we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the first. It's daring, because you know how some of the younger folks they don't want to hear it.
It
Yeah.
may be a little then, but as time goes by,
Yeah.
I mean that's where growth and development happens.
Yes, and we don't. Yeah, we're not shy about it. We'll put it out there.
That's right, man.
So
that's
we're
right.
good.
All right, we'll be in a queue for 5, so I'll go ahead and say the usual podcast. I have a lot of cameras here because we'll try our best. This is one thing. How are we on the mics? Do you think? Let me see if I can.
What do you think?
Oh, you know what? Let me get a stool. Maybe we can.
Oh, you're good there, huh?
Yeah.
It's right where I'm at.
You look like a DJ, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
You look like
There
a
you
DJ.
DJ Shocker.
go. Yeah,
There you go.
Let me see.
I like the different angles.
Yeah,
We'll eventually have to do something like that.
this is wild, man.
Yeah, I think I'll try my best to accommodate.
You're good. Any which
Question:
way.
Have you tried Rumble?
That's No, but I heard about it. That's the open source one, right?
Yeah, and you can go live. Doesn't matter how many people you have. You can always. It's like how everyone wants YouTube to be.
Uh-huh.
It's just not as big as YouTube yet.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I know that Rumble's pretty big right now, too.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm blessed and honored. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
man.
you.
We appreciate you, bro.
All right, let me see. All right.
For
All
sure.
right, looks like we're good on top. We're good on this one. It looks like we're good here, and then I think that camera's good. So obviously, if there's any masters you want from all the recordings, feel free to let me know.
Okay.
Most likely, what I'll do is I'll send you a YouTube link and you can just download it from
Wow.
there.
That's
Sure.
awesome.
There
Yeah,
you
sure.
go. There you go. One, three, two. Aloha. I'm sorry, let me start it over again, y'all. Aloha. Aloha. You're now listening to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUCI Irvine. Happy Aloha, Aloha, 4th of July, y'all. Special shout out to those who are actually listening on the road, in their car, on the dial, 88.9 FM, KUCI Irvine, or via the TuneIn app by going to www.kuci.org. What will happen is it'll make you download the TuneIn app to where you can listen to KUCI 24/7, 365, all the time, y'all. But right now, you listen to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUCI in Irvine. So, today's Thursday, obviously, but today's talk is therapy. Obviously, just like what I said before, it's the 4th of July weekend, but we cannot forget the month of June. And the month of June was actually Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Obviously, personally for me, I don't think it should be monthly. It should be an everyday situation where, number one, it should be addressed. And that's why that's what caught my eye with the honored guest that I had today. Due to the fact that, you know, this topic hasn't really been addressed publicly. You know, I run into a lot of people randomly, and you know, the valued guest that I have here today caught my eye with their philosophies of life, with what they bring to the, you know, what they bring to the in business, in the business world, and in the philosophical world, y'all. And we're bringing the real life talk to the. I'm sorry, let me repeat that again. We're bringing the real life talk podcast to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, y'all, with your boy DJ Mac, Gus, and Chris of the Real Life Talk Radio Show. Let's give it up for Gus and Chris, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
There you go. Before we start our Q&A session, let's go ahead and do a mic check. Let's see now. How are you doing over there, Chris? Everything
I'm
looking
good, yeah.
All right. Let's check your volumes over here. All right, go ahead and do a quick check, Mike. Check.
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 All right, yeah, I think. All right. Well, we're good to go. So, thank you for those that are actually tuning in online. Before I start, let me go ahead and reference the songs we just played, the new releases. The first one starting off with the radio show was Stephen Marley with The Hills of St. Anne, Jamiria Morgan with No Better, Sarah Lugo featuring Ross Muhammad with Learn and Grow, Past the Dutchie Instrumental, which is technically a classic reggae song by Musical Youth, Shensia featuring Russian with You're the One I Love, and then Conqueror with Fast Wine. It's actually kind of like a remix version. And then lastly, you heard it was DeMarco with Ryder. So, we bring the Real Life Talk podcast to the radio show, y'all. And today's talk is therapy. And today, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Because honestly, in my opinion, the men's mental health is not really addressed normally. And I I think it's perfect time because aside from the holidays, this is a kind of a good situation to where not just I mean, it's open to everyone's thoughts and feelings, but me as a man, I was raised to act a role of hierarchy, having like suppression, what was the norm. So as time goes on, right, your inner thoughts and it's hard to break free when you're so suppressed from the past learning lessons, and to run around straight to it, we're gonna cover topics that even though I'm kind of like emotional at the moment, kind of just being straight to the point. And Gus and Chris and myself, we're just gonna go straight at it. And like I said, this is therapy, y'all. Sometimes we just need to address what is inside us subliminally. And if it happens, it happens. This is what we call raw, uncut, and real when it comes to podcasting. But this is the radio show, y'all, so that's actually even more on the airwaves. Mm-hmm. A special shout out to the station manager, Kevin Stockdale. Thank you for everything. But let's go ahead and start off with question number 1. Was there an episode in life where you realized a change is coming and you had no one to turn to? I would like to bring that situation up for me. There was a situation. The reason why it is very impactful is the fact that I saw it so Hollywood. It was kind of like a movie script. Christmas, New Year's 2019. All right, so obviously you're working, whoop-de-whoop, right? Basically get hammered at work, and then the after party is the New Year's Eve party, right? So whoop-de-whoop, right? Things are all goody two-shoes, right? But here's the thing that I'll never forget, and this is like an icebreaker of an icebreaker. So, okay, so I'm basically at a company party, right? So everyone's getting hammered. It's natural. It's not really natural, but it's part of the occasion. Yeah. An open bar. Managers are out there getting hammered. Everyone's getting hammered, right? But here's the trick. So it's roughly around maybe like 1:30ish. I was like, well, I feel a little. I wasn't drowning. I wasn't drowning yet. So I guess that was like I was kind of like at my peak buzz, I guess would probably be saying, right? So, yeah. Luckily, right, the cool thing about this part is the fact that I brought my wife, because obviously it's a New Year's Eve party, right? So you don't want to get hammered by yourself, yeah, right? Yeah. That puts more liable risk on you. So I said, well, why not? It's not about the drinks; it's also about the food. So I said, why don't we have dinner here, make life easier, right? Yes. So kids are sleeping, they're young, and so whoop-de-whoop, we just go straight to the thing, get partying, get hammers. It's around roughly 12, right? So I'll have a few drinks left before we go home. All right, long story short, I can remember it's 1:30. So we're at the parking lot, whoop-de-whoop. I drive home, all right, and it's 12:30ish. And now here's the thing that basically kind of opens my eyes. And even though I remember it buzzed, I can visualize it like sober. All right, so we're going down this highway, and it's pitch dark. Right, it's like the lights are broken. The freeway lights are broken. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is weird, right? I mean, like I wasn't like hammered, but I was like, this is not right. Yeah. So okay, maybe so 2 city blocks later. Remember, this is a highway, so all the lights are off. I'm just going my normal speed. I'm not dumb, because I already know it's like, okay, we're almost home. Let me just play safe. Yeah. I got my wife on the right side, so I kind of felt like I had like a backing. So I'm like whoop-de-whoop, right? So as I'm thinking, okay, it's okay, just be quiet, just listen to some music or whatever, right? Boom! All these lights, it looked like Hollywood lights, dude. Yeah. I was like, oh man, what just happened? 2, like maybe like 1 traffic stop away, boom. you got the whole line of cars ready to get checked.
Oh, okay.
And you know, not checked like high and by. It's like, oh, this is a setup, a DUI
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
inspection.
Oh,
I was like, oh man, and I was scared.
Yeah.
You know, I was scared so much that I didn't know what to do. Long story short, I complied. You know, I see, the thing is too, this is a highway. There's no U-turn. Obviously, if you go in a U-turn, I
Not
mean,
going
you're basically like putting yourself in a trap because obviously
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
you're U-turning on a one-way highway. Boom, you're gone. Then you know, then the you know, you're a lucky fish out of water.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. So let me just be quiet. Let me shut up and blah blah blah. Yeah, you know, shutting up is not a foul language, but yeah, just let me just be quiet and be cordial, right? I'm thinking in my mind, oh man, this is not good. Oh man, this is not good. You know, so I mean, like, okay, so I was like post buzzed, but I wasn't drowning. That's I know for a fact I wasn't drowning, right? I was sober enough to know what was going on. That's how I remember it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let me just be quiet, you know, whatever. So, you know, 30 minutes later, no, let me say 15, right? Because, I mean, 15 minutes later, the car in front of me, right, was up. I said, all right, I know my game plan. I'm gonna play cool. My wife's on the right. You know, she can have, like, maybe some kind of talk, backing up talk, right?
Yeah.
So I'm all like, oh, man, you know, what's taking so long, right? And then it was it. They were, and this is the weird part, right? I was like, okay, so what was, how come our, like, waiting long, the longer period of us waiting is way longer than the ones that were up front first.
Yeah.
So the policeman said, hey, just do me a favor, wait a couple more minutes. And you know, it wasn't like I was trying to hide, you know. I was like, okay, yes, sir. Right? I'm just playing that cherry face. I was like, yeah, I'm here. And obviously, my wife was there too. And the good thing is too that my wife didn't drink. And she, you know, so I guess the cop looked at her as the alternate driver. But I'm the one driving, and we're getting stuck.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter about having
Exactly.
a backup driver or not, because I'm still driving. I'm the one that's buzzed, right? So I'm looking. Okay, this is you know, I'm getting a little antsy here. What's going on? Cop came back, so you guys are good to go.
Oh.
Cause you know why my coworker in front got dinged.
Oh.
But you know that's on him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's on him. But to me, that was a
He
big.
didn't bring his wife, did he?
No,
there you go.
no. So you know, obviously, right? Like he went. You know, unfortunately, I didn't cut. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't cut him. If I imagine getting cut, imagine getting cutting in front of him.
Yeah.
I could have got dinged.
Yeah.
So the officer looked at me weird, like we should have got you instead. But you know what? Your wife is here. You guys look good. All I did was smile. I said, yeah, you guys are free to go.
Wow.
Oh, man, that was a big sigh of relief.
Did you take all this as a sign?
That was like the third sign.
Okay.
The third sign.
Yeah, you know,
Was it the final sign?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't the final sign. Well, if you want, you know, I can bridge up a little bit, but the final sign was basically the peak of pandemic.
Okay.
I mean, or COVID. The peak of COVID
Yeah.
is basically where I basically ripped my own heart out, and I mean, not physically, but spiritually.
Yeah.
And I had to kind of like break down to build myself up.
Yeah.
But not build myself by myself. I needed people, and the same people that I wanted to turn to, they chose not to be there, and
Wow.
it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where, like, dude, it's like, dude, you know, what did I do wrong to you? You know, I kept on saying to myself, what did I do? I mean, who did I blame? Who can I blame for me for what my actions were to you? And, you know, and that's why I know we're bridging into, like, I think question number 4, but that's where I think the pandemic was probably the best and worst of my life. I like it because it was the worst to where I can kind of dust myself off the floor, open, have a blank slate,
Yeah.
and day to day, everyday talk was therapy for me to
Yeah.
build myself, and like to build myself up spiritually.
Yeah.
And that's why I have the Real Life Talk podcast with Gus and Chris here, you know. And I know that we're bridging off, but Gus, did you have a situation to talk about?
Oh man, I've got a few situations, but I'll give you the one that I think turned my life around. You know, back in the day, of course, like you know, we went to the company parties, we did our partying, and partying was a big part of my life.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I was into some of the heavier things,
Okay.
right? So to make a long story short, we used to do it on a daily basis. One night I got home, I think I may have overdone it. My body tripped. I woke my wife up. I told my wife she needs to call the ambulance, so she did that. They checked me out at home, and they decided they had to take me. So they took me to the hospital. They did the whole thing there, and then kept me overnight. And then, of course, the next day or the day when I talked to the doctors, they suggested I go seek help. So that's where I was admitted to. I think it was about a few week program where I stayed in there to maybe sober up. And I guess gather my thoughts and try to heal. And I think that point, and you know, prior to that, I used to party quite a bit. So prior to that, I think that was the main time where I realized it's pretty bad. I need to do something. I need to make changes. You know, and you know, for a while you feel alone, but you know, I had my wife, I had my family, so they were there to support me. But, you know, I decided to make the change. So, you know, I decided to go sober. I think the first couple times I tried, I failed.
Oh yeah, that's
But-
not and that's
right.
that's not, you know, that's natural.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and I agree with you. No, don't get me wrong. You know, I know I'm bouncing off to a different subject, but yeah, I've relapsed, and relapse is part of the process.
I think
because
it is.
Yeah, because you know, that's how you learn.
Yes.
You know, life itself is not perfect. You're gonna have bumps and bruises, and you know, having relapses is part of the process.
Yes.
And
And I think every relapse you learn,
Yep, exactly.
right? And then I think after a while you just get tired of relapsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's where I got to. But, you know, then I got to the point where, you know, I thought, of course, getting sober would be the best thing to do. So, of course, I went to therapy.
You have to want to be sober too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I learned. I listened to other people, and I learned. You know, you need tools to work on this kind of thing. So you know, it took a little while, but I learned, and I finally went sober. And I failed again, but now I'm about 3 years sober.
Oh, congratulations,
Thank
brother.
you. No, I
There you
appreciate
go.
that. That's huge.
It is.
That
Oh,
is
yeah, oh,
that
yeah.
is key to getting your mind right.
That's accomplishment.
And then once I got sober, and I knew, and right around that same time, a little bit before this episode occurred, I was diagnosed with bipolar. So that's a whole nother thing. So, of course, the doctors want to put you on all this medication, and I went through that for a few years, and I found out that medication's not for me, and I'm going to try to fight it myself. So I did that. And I think I did a good job.
Congratulations, brother. Yeah, you know.
So, and now I am where I am today. Again, two and a half years sober. But of course, with all that trauma and all that going through, I've picked up a lot of anxiety, depression, and all of that stuff.
All the stuff that the alcohol covered up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. So when you do go sober, you find, just like you said, you find the you find life. You start to adult. You start to realize, oh, this is what it is to be an adult.
You're almost a teenager going through puberty all over again. You
Yes,
gotta learn
for
everything
sure.
all over
Yeah,
again.
it's-
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, I totally know what you mean. You know, it's kind of like a rewind.
Yeah,
I had those rewind moments also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
relearning stuff is
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for today, after going, getting sober and finding the tools to help myself recover, and then, of course, exercise. I put that into my daily life. I walk and I jog every day, and I know that helps 1,000%. And then, come to Real Life Talk Podcast. After talking to Chris, we had met at a party one time, and I think we were the only two sober ones
Yeah,
there.
we were both drinking water. And
Yeah.
So we kind of just were brought together. So we had conversation, then we stayed friends, and then we had conversations, plenty of conversations after that
on the phone,
on the phone,
Yeah.
And then-
venting to each other.
yeah. And then we found out that we had a lot in common. And in a few weeks of that, we said, "Listen, man, we are not shy. We're not embarrassed to talk about what we go through. Why don't we start a podcast?"
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then that's where we are today.
No time better than now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can I totally can relate to that because it's the people that you least expect
Yes.
are the
I agree.
are the superstars.
Yes, sir.
And like I can tell you, special shout out to one of my best friends, Jason Myra, aka Poppin' Fresh. Out of all people, right? He stood by my side.
Yeah.
And
when you go through this, you learn who your family is, and it's not necessarily blood. You learn who the real people that really care about you are.
exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly. And like for the people that you hoped to
wow,
be
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
they're the ones that run away.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as much you want to chase them, right, to show vengeance, the best thing in life that I realized is learn to let them go.
Hey,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You can't have a one-sided friendship or a one-sided relationship.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with
Yeah,
that.
I'm with that, man, because growing up, I've had thousands of friends, and then when it came down to it, you end up
Yeah.
with two or three.
Yeah. You get a handful, maybe.
One,
you
two,
know,
yeah. Not even a handful
Yeah.
anymore, but it's okay because, you learn and you find out who the real people are, and that's who you stick with and you run with. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you like to add on to that too, Chris, about the question?
Oh well, the time that kind of woke me up. I have a heart disease. I've dealt with it since I was 14 years old. I got my first pacemaker defibrillator when I was 16, and I've been kind of battling it for a long time. And the point that came for me is I tried to live my life as, I don't have a heart problem, so I'm gonna go out and drink and just act stupid and do my own thing. And I was in and out of the hospital because of it. And through all of that, I started making myself more depressed. And it got to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. And I kept convincing myself, what's the point? No one, you're not, it's not a big deal. If you're here, it's going to make everyone happier. Everyone's going to be better off without you here. They're not going to have to stress about you. You start justifying it in your head, taking your own life. And then it got to the point where I in my mind, this is okay, I want to do something. And then I snapped out of it and realized that this isn't the way to go. And I need to do something about my life. I can't keep feeling like this. And luckily, my wife, she's my rock. So
There you go.
she's
There
able
you go.
to ground me and kind of smack me around a little bit,
Yeah. Well, sometimes
there
sometimes,
are people
like,
here that care about you. You can't do this
Yeah.
kind of dumb stuff,
Yeah,
like you need to.
exactly.
We want you here, and I was like, you're right. I need to be here, and I need to take better care of myself. I can't go out and drink all the time, act like I don't have a heart problem. I do have a heart disease, and I don't want to mess my heart up even more than it is. I need to take care of myself, and so I started living a cleaner life. And yeah, I owe most of it to her. She's the one that kind of grounded me and
Wow.
kind of kept me here.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, I would like to add on a special shout out to my wife. Obviously, us husbands and fathers, there's something about our other halves.
yeah.
Due
Oh,
to,
yeah,
due to the
okay.
fact that, like,
Yeah.
obviously they know us inside and out.
Yep.
And I want to give a special shout out to my wife too, because through thick and thin, she was able to tolerate my stuff. To
Yeah.
add on to my story, I knew it became a problem when I started buying, like. There's a symptom that my friend told me that when you start buying bottles and hiding it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you start hiding it in like the weirdest places, like the
Yes.
bathroom sink.
Yeah.
and you start getting hammered by yourself, right?
That's
Listening, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, like when you start getting hammered by yourself because it's cheaper, or whatever, that irrational thought, right?
Yeah.
That's when it started. You know, that's when that's like the first yellow flag,
100%.
right? You know, and I knew, you know, I'm very grateful for my wife and kids to honestly tolerate me.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
if they didn't, you know, obviously, you know, they're witnesses to my past, which
Yes.
what I was always doing. I wouldn't be here in my situation right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So
And to find someone like that is a rare thing.
yeah. Obviously, there, you know, in today's world, you know, there's always divorce. So that
Yeah.
if that divorce would have happened, you know, just imagine like the alimony and debt and all that
Yeah.
stuff, it would quadruple. So
Yeah.
You
Whatever
know,
you were
to-
going through before is definitely gonna hit you harder.
oh
after
yeah,
that,
like 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Legally too. It's
Yeah.
not like, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, if you don't mind, I'd like to throw a shout out too.
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
fine gentlemen did. So I'd like to thank my wife, Debbie, of course, my kids, Charlie and Jay, and my sisters, and my brother-in-laws. They've all been there for me, and it's meant a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, we're all here for you, brother.
Thank
Yeah.
you, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, we all need this kind of talk as therapy, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why today was, you know, let's go all out. Well worth it, you know.
Yes.
There's so much. You know, this awareness wasn't recognized, you know,
Yeah.
and I hopefully this show and hopefully your podcast can bring more awareness publicly.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal.
yeah, that's the
Yes,
goal. That's the goal.
absolutely.
It's like real life talk about men's and fathers' daily struggles,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
daily lives, daily stress. This is what we need.
Yeah, we said even if the whole point is to reach as many people as possible, but if we can reach just one person and save them from doing something bad to themselves, that's the goal. Make sure nothing happens. And yeah, I mean that's kind of why we both started it in a way, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. You know, question number 2.
Yes.
What advice would you give to anyone, especially fathers that are going through tough times? For me, right? I'm gonna be real simple, but sometimes being by myself to kind of introspect starts the filtering process.
Yeah.
All right. So, for example, like, okay, obviously, like I said, the first question, I was 6 years sober. So, if I want, you know, at that time, the situation, right, to tie question number 2 with question number 1. Okay, so if I wanted to stop, I had to stop buying.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously that's step number 1. Now, step number 2, right? Obviously, from a science point of view, is the withdrawal process of. You know, you're gonna. I mean, I can tell you, I had a cold sweats.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would fall asleep at the liquor store. Just no, just to. I was so used to it, right? But I had to cut through. So if I can't go to a liquor store, I had to kind of train my body or train my mind. Okay, go to the liquor store, but just park in the parking lot. That's step 1. Okay,
Yeah.
because if you. That I had to practice. I had to practice that because that was the hard part. Because okay, so how can I stop buying liquor if I'm doing it almost every paycheck?
Yeah.
I'm so used to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know. So how can we break that habit? Okay, well, let me start off right by not going to a store. Let me just sit and watch TV. I'm not that TV kind of guy, so obviously, right? I went to the liquor store, but what was the next step? Turn off the car. Right. So I went to the store. The liquor store, parked in the parking lot for maybe an hour. Obviously, you know, half of me saying go in there, grab the stuff so we can party it up on a
Yeah.
Friday night in a closet
Yeah.
in the dark, right? Or the other saying just deal with it, right? You went halfway. You started something. Deal with what the loss means.
Yeah.
So what route did I weigh? What route did I start with? Dealt with it.
Yeah.
So basically, I just slept in the parking lot for a couple of hours. obviously that I mean the store wasn't that far; it was across the street.
Yeah.
So, all right, so why not?
Right.
So I woke up around 3 a.m. Boom. You know. Obviously feeling weird, like where am I at? You know,
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
I'm sure.
I'm
I'm
lucky.
sure.
No cop bashed my window.
Yeah, for
saying,
sure.
You know, I mean, obviously, but hey, I fell asleep. I'm awake now. Things are looking good. I think my wife's waiting for me. I think.
And you're sober.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so all right. So going home. All right. I mean, obviously it's 3 a.m. Kids are sleeping or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. I fall asleep again. This time with my wife and kids.
Yeah.
So that's the step I had to get to. That lasted roughly around maybe 6 months. After a while, you know, spending money on gas too, you know,
Yeah.
so you can say, okay, well, yeah, you know, okay, so I think I got over that hump, but why don't I just stop thinking about it, but not pumping gas?
Yeah.
That way you don't have to spend 3 hours in the cold parking lot, or just chill at home and find something else to do. So that leads me to another scenario, maybe for like a different time. You know, just kind of working on cars.
Yeah.
Until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So that I chiseled my way into that kind of route
All right.
with my therapy of being sober.
Yeah.
And voila.
A hobby is great for that.
Exactly.
You gotta fill
exactly.
that void with something else.
Yes.
But fill it with something positive.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's the story that I tell about all the time.
Yeah.
Is that something you know? I'm not gonna quote any movies, but one quote I heard from movies: if you can put your mind on anything, everything's. If you can put your mind to anything, everything is limitless or unlimited.
I was hoping you were gonna give me a Fast and the Furious. quote
Yeah,
since
yeah,
you're
yeah,
working on
something
cars.
like that. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's true. So that same scenario I told you about, I actually reached out to my best friend, Poppin' Fresh, because he was going through the same motions too, but he was already a year sober. So I just asked him, "Hey, is this natural?" And yeah, stay busy, get your
Yes.
mind off of it is probably like the ripple in the water of effect.
So would you say in a way he was almost your sponsor in a way? He
Yeah,
was there for you to fall back
Well,
on?
yeah, you know, yeah. To rewind a little bit, right? He was my sponsor.
Yeah.
He was my number one sponsor
Yeah.
because no one. I tried to ask. I asked my friends, and for some reason, I guess I was a mean to them. I'm not cool enough to be with them.
It
So
happens.
and that's the thing too that make me open my eyes. As a dude, I'm trying to be sober, but yet you guys don't want to help. What's up with that?
Yeah, yeah.
You're-
right?
they're staying on the same path they're on.
Yeah,
You're taking
and
everything
to this day, right? And to this day, like we're not getting younger, you know. Like
Yeah.
they're still hanging out, drinking 40s at the backyard, talking like they're still the class of '92. You know, I'm the best
Yeah.
football player, or whatever. I know how to play the best Street Fighter game. What? I was like, dude, that was like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You did yourself a blessing by separating though. And
Yeah,
taking your
yeah,
own path and
exactly,
doing your own thing.
exactly. So yeah, you know, my main sponsor, is my best friend now. But at
Yeah.
that time, we were kind of like friends. But you know, the more I asked questions, the more he had answers, and that was the key for me looking.
Yeah.
And it's true what they say. You know, like there's that one person that comes into your life that spiritually, mentally, it's gonna be hard to let go because
Right.
he's that magnetic force.
You guys were meant to meet each other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just- it
exactly.
happens.
And at all random occasions.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah.
I like to say something weird. Is like your life is like a train, and you're just going down the track, and occasionally you'll have stops. Some people will get on the train and ride with you for a while, and then they'll get off. Some people ride that your train your entire life and will be there for you forever. But some people will only come in certain parts of your life, and whether it's negative or positive, you still learn something from it.
Yeah.
That person will
exactly.
leave, and you'll no longer see them again, but you still learn something from it. And it still affected you in a certain way that you move on. But that's how life is. You're always going to get people that are going to come in and come out of your life, but you're also going to get those ones that stand by you forever and just ride it all the way down too.
Yeah. I do agree with that, and you know, obviously, you know, at that time, it sounded so. I don't know. It was just about me and this emotions, you know, that you know, with the withdrawal process, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's the, you know, we were talking about like, okay, yeah, let me just wait in the parking lot. But the withdrawal process is actually psychologically too
Oh yeah, 100%.
happening.
Yeah,
You know, obviously,
I'd say
okay,
even more.
yeah, okay, break away from the habit. That's just the buying part, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But what about the life interaction?
Mhm.
You know, so I asked, I'll never forget this from my one friend, right? And I asked him, hey, dude, did you ever think about getting sober? I think he took that the wrong way, but he no, like, you know,
They usually do.
yeah. That's one thing too. He got defensive. Said, well, what are you talking about? You know, I just drink on the weekends. So I guess he indirectly assumed that I was talking about him when it was all about me.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And I just say, hey, I mean, I just asked him a plain simple question, dude. How do you think about? Did you ever think about getting sober? And I think you know, I mean, from a friend to friend, right? Like it's kind of like I can understand but not understand, but it's an open air question.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I didn't say, hey, you. I didn't say. I just say, hey, did you ever think about it? And by the time he bounced back with a verbal reply, I'm like, dude, but that was about me, not you.
What he heard was, "Hey, you're an alcoholic," and he's like, "What? No, I'm not."
Yeah, so
he got
yeah,
defensive about it.
Yeah, he got
instead of
so
like,
yeah, and I kind of felt like a mirror. I was like, dude, like I didn't expect that from you, you know. And I mean, we're here. I mean, at that time it was roughly around maybe 2020, basically at the peak of pandemic. I said, dude, like. I mean, I don't know how to get it from you, right? I was like, dude, that was just a simple question. I mean, what did I do wrong, right? So obviously, I tried again to bounce back, but then he just kind of verbally attacked ever since. And I said, dude, like, if you want to get all defensive about an open air question relative to me, not to you, but I was hoping to ask to you about it, but you took it personally.
he just wasn't. He wasn't
Yeah,
ready.
and
what
I
would have
think
happened if someone had asked you that question a year or two before you decided to get sober? Would you have gotten defensive too?
no, I would be, you know, see, that's the thing too. Like with the story number one, question number one, it was kind of like an orange flag 3 because I think to trace back to my roots. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, my liver started hurting. You know, and I think that was the first like orange flag. I said,
yeah,
I think. Yeah, and another habit I had too is like, okay, so I you know, today's Real Life Talk podcast, raw, uncut, and direct. You know, I used to be a boxing trainer, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, as a father at that time when my kids were young, obviously, like, okay, so I had to do daddy duties times 2, right? Daddy duty. So I had to run. I had to drop them off to Taekwondo. I had a 3-year-old girl, you know, doing everything. I have a wife at work. All right, don't forget that. So she had her own thing. So I said, well, I didn't drink my normal stuff. So let me do that while boxing training, right?
Yeah.
So that's another yellow flag. It's like you sweat out the alcohol and you smell it, right?
Yep.
I said, well, okay, I can do that every day. So I can just run, right, and just sweat it off. But no, you sweat off the water, but the alcohol stays in your blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that becomes more dangerous because I mean, yeah, the water's supposed to I don't know how to say it, but kind of even out or dilute the blood, but then there's more attack on the alcohol because it's more purified.
And your body's losing a bunch of potassium.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. So obviously that's another that's another red flag.
Yeah.
You know, and with the corporate party, so. You know, that there was too many red flags. I started seeing a future. I said, you know what? I can keep on going that road, or just and at the same time asking my high school friends for their simple advice.
Yeah.
But they took it as an insult because they thought it was an indirect message about them
Yeah.
when it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just me trying to seek help.
Yeah.
So going back to what you're saying, Chris, about okay. So that, you know, your life is a train, right? So you're on that train of finding questions of how to stop or having a relational talk about alcoholism. You end up sitting right next to a guy that's going through that same route, and you just don't stop talking.
Yeah.
Right? And from then on, you know, you continue to ride that train with the people that are on that same caboose. Obviously, you have. I mean, there's people that come to that short route here and there. I'm going to this stop. I'll see you later. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You don't just know when you're gonna see them again.
Yeah.
So let them do what they gotta do. But then when you know with this buddy, that becomes your best friends, right? Just sit next to the caboose and just keep on riding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking way far ahead, but it reminds me of that train, a Christmas movie that Tom Hanks made.
That was my nephew's favorite one. Oh man, they had the golden tickets. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So pretend, just to apply that, right? The golden ticket's the sobriety.
Yeah.
But then you're sitting next to a passenger that's on that same route. So why go off to that route? I mean, why go off to that stop when you can just ride until you get that golden ticket?
Yeah.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
I'm loving this, y'all. A special shout out to those that are actually listening on kuci.org. I'm also on Facebook live streaming at facebook.com/aloha, ALOHA, Alova, ALOVA. Make sure you add, like, and subscribe, y'all. Remember, it's summertime, KUCI vibes. What I like to do during the summer is I actually kind of make my radio show community oriented and kind of twist with a little hybrid. And today's talk is therapy, because you know, as myself, as a father, as a husband, as a man, it becomes, as you're riding that train in life, right? Grabbing all the golden coins that go to your way. You want to continue to pass on those golden coins to the same people that are wanting to chase it, because it's truly hard and truly hard to find those kind of people spiritually, physically, and mentally, yo.
Yeah.
You know, well, this is getting real, and I'm really and I love it.
Same. Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Can't get no real in this.
that's right. That's right.
Thank you.
That's right,
Hey,
Joe.
thank you for you
No,
guys being there.
you,
Man.
you know, this
Appreciate
is, you know,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
very blessed, and you know, for those that are listening on the road or on TuneIn app, you know, I only met Gus maybe last month, but for some reason, I know them all my life, and it's the kind of people like that's hard to let go, because they're part of that golden ticket. You know, it's not about the money; it's about the spiritual value.
It's genuine people.
Yeah, and that's right, and sometimes, and the cool thing about it too is that you spiritually, you know, that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad to be with you here, Chris, today, and I'm blessed and honored for your presence, guys.
Thank you.
Oh man, let me
Thank
tell
you.
you, we are blessed to be here, man.
Oh, we were ecstatic. As soon as we
Yeah.
heard, man, we were super excited about it.
There you go. So let's go off with question number 3. I know a lot of these questions tie back to question number 1, but in any given situation, how are you able to cope with anxiety and depression?
Oh.
Did you? I like to share my story on how that ties to my question
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah,
answer.
please.
Yeah, okay, so obviously going back to I'm on that road of trying to find answers on just open-aired questions, and all of a sudden backs are turned, right? One thing I realized too, and I like to apply this to the kind of like the Gen Z perspective, right? Is the filtering process. You know, and I'm glad, right? I'm truly glad because of social media, because it is a powerful tool. And there was a moment, right, where, okay, I tried calling my old friends. I tried going to their houses just for open-aired questions, right? No answers, no calls, no callbacks. Unfortunately, as much as I wanted to keep them, I had to unfollow them and unfriend them.
Yeah.
Why have that kind of negativity?
In your life, you don't have to.
Why have that kind of negativity physically? You don't need it.
No.
you don't need it in your algorithm also as a reminder.
Yes.
You don't need to occupy in your mind.
Yeah,
You don't need none of
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. So,
sure.
so from a Gen Z point, it's like, dude, just unfollow them and move on.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because I didn't know it was impactful, but I'm glad it was because it made me realize, it made them realize on how much I made an impact to them. Basically, by letting go of my past friendships and be away.
Yeah.
You know, y'all do your thing, and I'm happy for you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, like you know, I'm a '90s kid, and there was nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I was that kind of like, okay, you know, I'll dwell on the past for a little bit, like the good old days, right? At that time, remember, this is all about the high school stuff, so, and that's why the circle of emotions kept ringing, because there wasn't that new gen, or I guess I'll say social media algorithm to turn to. And thanks to all the engineers behind us, you know, that algorithm is a quick reminder of the new us.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of 95% of my best friends are from the newer algorithms. Because number one, we share all same commonalities.
Yes.
We share the same sobriety measurements. We share the same hobbies. Don't get me wrong, you know, I would like to give a special shout out to my homies from Long Beach. We all share the same car passions. You know, so letting go of the filtering process of the algorithm, aka just unfollowing or unfriending them. If I had to do it, I had to do it.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I'm sorry. I mean, I'll say this publicly. I'm sorry if I did offend them, but I think it was the best. It was the best thing to do. I can't hold on to my past anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
You know, just like what you talked about, Chris. I can't hold on. I can't be in a caboose in the back corner crying all day just for you to say sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just had to learn to break free by, number one, going in the parking lot. If I had to sleep there for a couple of hours just to stop my buying habit, I had to do that.
Yes.
And that actually added, okay, well, if I'm not sleeping, let me just filter out my algorithm.
Yeah.
So I'm multitasking. How's that? You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So if I had to better myself, multitasking it's a win-win for me.
Yes.
Right? It's a win-win for us, for all brothers. It's a win-win for all best friends of today.
Yeah.
You know? And the truth hurts, but hey, it's the only best way to do it.
Yes. I agree.
You know, and you know, and that's one thing too. You know, and I'm not hating or nothing, but sometimes, you know, in order to be happy, sometimes you have to free your sadness.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Absolutely.
You
when
can't
you're
move forward
happy,
until you lose the weight. You gotta drop the weight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, and sometimes if you wanna like work a sweat, you had to. You had to stop eating. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like, you know, I mean, it's if you want to lose more weight, it's a dieting process. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's all about sacrifice. If I had to sacrifice myself, right? Obviously, like, okay, so I get pulled over with my kids. You know, all these components. I had to find a way. And if asking a drunk buddy of mine a question and he got defensive because he was thinking that I made him an insult, which was not the right way of doing it, well, I had to find another route.
Yeah, you can't carry around.
Yeah,
It's like you're saying about anxiety and stuff.
yeah, exactly. And it ties to how was I able to deal with this? Sometimes filtering out, and obviously like with the story I just brought up, I think filtering out my anxieties through social media, you know, through friendships, you know. And obviously, with the social media, with the Gen Z, it's much easier.
Well, anxiety and depression is almost like quicksand.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get stuck in it and get pulled down by it. And I mean, everyone has their own way of getting out of it. Me and Gus said, my way, I started meditating.
I love that. I love that because you know that breeds off to another answer. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
For me, it was meditating did a lot for me. And again, my wife helped me out. I have my. When I have really bad anxiety attacks, panic attacks because of the heart disease I have, my wife knows what to do to help calm me down. She knows to give me my space, but at the same time, give me a cold glass of water or whatever else. But the thing that really like got me out at the beginning was because I was stuck in the house for almost an entire year. I couldn't leave. I did not want to go out at all. I was afraid I was going to get shocked because my pacemaker shocks me, and I got shocked 8 times in a row in 2 minutes. And after that, I got like a form of PTSD from it. Where whenever I get an extra beat, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it must have been scary.
And the group I went to group meditation. It was put on by a Buddhist nun, and we went over there, and she did guided meditation, and it changed me. It made it to where I was able to the bad thoughts can come into my head, and then just as easy they come in my head, you're able to let it go.
Wow.
Not even hold on to it, just let it go.
Yeah, and I like to add to that too. I'm not gonna lie, every day I listen to this book called The Art of Peace, and it's kind of like an offshoot, but why I'm kind of going to that route, because Buddhism, right, is based off, the art of peace is all about love, peace, and happiness, and learning to let go in the ongoing circle that we live.
Yeah.
Obviously, like there are gonna be steps on the way that are gonna mislead, but as long as we learn from those wrongdoings, meditation is gonna help purify the soul.
Yeah. And it's just another tool too. It's another
It
tool
is.
that you have under your belt.
Yes.
And I know that like you're going through anxiety still right now. What are you doing to help battle that?
Oh, I'll tell you,
Your
for
panic
me,
attacks and stuff.
again, it's pretty simple. First off, I keep myself busy as I can be, and I found that staying busy doesn't have you sitting around thinking.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you can do is sit at home on the couch and think.
Yeah.
Again, my walking, my jogging, I found that helps.
Our podcast.
Our
Us talking about
podcast,
it
of
gives
course.
us a
Well,
way to
I
vent.
think that's my number one thing is, I think the first step to help to cure your anxiety or depression is to talk about it. The number one problem is a lot of people don't want to talk about it, and it builds up, and we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
But if you can find someone to talk to or reach out, and you let it out, again, that's for me, that's the first step.
100%. Yeah.
Now that you
Exactly.
could talk about it, now you can go on to different avenues.
It's a weight
and
lifted off your shoulder.
Yeah, and then find the different tools you need to handle it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I mean, it's a learning process. Every day I'm learning.
It's like admitting you're an alcoholic. When you do it, it's like it's out there now. You know it's out there.
Yes.
Everyone knows it. So now it's that weight that was on your shoulders is now
Yes.
off, and you know that you can work on it now.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that feedback, Chris. That's why therapy. This is therapy, and going back to what you're saying, Gus, and it's this is what we need.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't just be the month of June. This
No,
should be
I agree
like
with
an
you.
everyday situation.
100%. Yeah.
I mean.
Men suffer in silence.
Yeah,
That's how it is,
yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is like we're too caught up in our roles of life, right?
Wow, yes.
Husband, father, radio DJ, CEO, etc., etc. We forget sometimes to slow it down for a little bit and
Yes.
kind of just enjoy the moment,
Yeah.
the moment of talk,
Yep.
the moment of therapy, the moment of sharing positive vibes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I'm
And
loving
even
this.
focusing inward and realizing what's bothering you and what's going on with you and fixing it. Finding out how to fix it.
Yes.
Talking about it. Working on cars. Doing whatever. I do my car events. It helps me kind of focus on doing something else also. But as long as you have something positive you can fill it with, it's great.
Yeah, and I love that, and wow, I'm just very blessed and honored. Woo!
Well, thank you, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no doubt. Let me see. I think there's another question before we go to a music break for a little bit.
Okay.
Let me see. Well, how about this? Why don't we go to a music break now? We'll come back in around 10 minutes, y'all, all right? With that being said, you're now listening to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac and...
Gus.
And Chris.
There you go,
Yes, sir.
We're bringing the Real Life Talk podcast to the Aloha All Over Radio Show on 88.9 FM, KUCI Irvine. We'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all, all right?
That was amazing.
That
was amazing,
Oh
bro.
man, yeah, man. I appreciate
You
y'all,
brought
man.
it out on me, man.
Thank you, brother, man. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you, man. I
You,
appreciate
you
it.
brought that out, bro. I wasn't
No, you
expecting
know.
that.
No, raw and cutting real.
Raw,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, man, I go, man, I hope I don't get emotional. But
No,
the
no,
fact,
I think-
again, the fact that you're here wanting to listen and wanting to share
Yeah.
is so meaningful to us, man.
I'm
It's-
glad that
it's-
you're sharing. Yeah, that to me,
it's
like that.
unbelievable.
No, I'm glad I am because I mean this is therapy upon myself too because like I said, man, like especially especially with friends, right? I don't know. I keep on saying this, but I'm not gonna. I mean, I know I keep on tying to the past. It's like, what did I do wrong to them to
No,
be
I
defensive?
get it.
You didn't do
But
it.
and that's
You
why
didn't. You
and,
didn't.
and that's why it's like that's why I'd rather open up to people that actually really care.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
sometimes
mean-
it's also easier to open up to people that you don't necessarily know yet,
Yeah,
and you just like you said, you had a feeling. You felt connected in some way,
yeah,
and sometimes it's easier to open up those kind of people.
Yeah.
And like your friends, they just took a different path than you. They want to
Yeah.
continue to go down the same path, and you want to work on yourself, make yourself better, live a happier life, more positive life. That's a good thing. I have a lot of party friends that I was with, I hung out with and everything. That some of them are still acquaintances, but for the most part, we all do our own thing. We
Yeah.
went different directions.
Oh wow. Maybe in the next topic we can talk about empathy.
Okay.
Empathy and listening.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, how y'all? Cameras are rolling, Facebook lives rolling.
I'm excited. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I'm loving this, Sean. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
No.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a minute, and
Absolutely.
after that, probably around 9:25.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have one last question of empathy and like kind of like a conclusion question,
Okay.
Let's go.
and then like we'll twist it straight to I didn't know you run Cars and Coffee.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I do it at Tom's Farm in Corona. Yeah, I've been doing that for years now,
Yeah.
and I do a show there, an annual show there once a year, the last day of September or last Sunday of September. We do a show there, and it's been an ongoing thing for the past like 5 years, 6 years.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a Toyota Fest kind of guy. And
I saw that on your thing.
Oh,
Yeah. what kind of car do you drive?
94 Camry.
Yeah.
Okay.
94 Camry.
Okay. Yeah, we have a Civic. It's a 2007 Civic. It's all fixed up and everything, and then body kit lowered and everything, and then we also have a 2004 G35.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I love cars. I grew up
There you
loving
go.
cars.
There you go.
My first Honda was a 1989 Honda Prelude SI 4-wheel steering.
Oh wow.
So the back was turned too. Oh my god! I wish I still had that car. I regret so much getting rid of that car. So
Oh,
much.
yeah?
That's the car I miss.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll let you go to the bathroom. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no doubt.
I love cars though. I love doing everything about cars with cars. So
I love this show, y'all. This show is real. So thank you.
It is.
There you go.
forgot my beard brush too, man.
Oh man, my wife. Good job. Oh, we love you. And so,
Aw.
my daughter. Good job, Dad.
That is awesome.
My son. Good job, Dad. Oh man, they must.
Are they all with her right now? With
No,
her?
they're all separated.
Oh, okay. We're listening to you while we ate, and now I'm
Oh,
listening in my
cool.
car. we are
I wonder how it sounds. I'm so curious.
Great.
Wow, this is different. But what do you? I mean, I could see us with a studio like this.
on. 100%. Yeah. We really need to go look at the library and see what it's like, and if it's something that we can use, and we can reserve the room for. So I think it's a 2-hour period. So if we can reserve the room once every 2 weeks, then 2 hours would be perfect. And enough time to bring guests in there and stuff, and be nice and cool. I think that'd be a good idea. We should go check it out.
For sure. For sure.
Katie's listening right now. Reggae playing right now.
least we broke being able to talk to someone else.
Yeah.
We broke that.
Yeah. And
So now
it's
we
easy.
know.
Talking is just.
Yeah. Well,
I
especially
think we have the gift of gab too, so.
yeah,
And he has the gift of gab also, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where just talking is easy.
for sure. That's great.
Yeah. Don't gotta worry about moment hanging. There's no moments hanging.
No, especially between the three of us.
Yeah.
Y'all doing good?
Oh yeah.
Great,
yeah.
man.
Yes, man. I love this, man.
Great, bro. Honestly,
No, man, this is one of my best shows
this
ever.
is beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
this is great. One of my best shows.
Oh wow.
Let's see.
So we're just admiring your setup here because we're looking at getting our own podcast studio.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, right now we're kind of mobile, but just be a cool little, it's
Yeah.
nice size.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's being like a mobile podcast is good. You know, I remember talking to you about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've got that plan.
Dude, that's like
Yeah.
that's the business,
Yeah.
man. Like a mobile TV show.
Whether we go down to the beach or we can just go down to whatever car show we want to and talk to people. Whether they want to
Oh,
be on
man,
camera or not
yeah.
is up to them, but they can talk to us just voice, just audio for them, and then we can have conversations back and forth. And yeah, that's the whole point is talking to people, helping them out, letting them talk about what's going on in their lives.
Yeah, that's another man. Maybe we can talk about it when we come back. Like, in what areas would you think about doing a podcast? Like, would like an AA meeting be an area?
I'm not sure because
I mean,
it's possible. I mean,
Yeah.
they're already going through a lot of stuff, so for them to be able to open up might help them, with whatever addiction they have.
I never thought about that. And
Yeah.
maybe someone may come to that plan.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
we've even talked about doing the car stuff because, I mean, I'd say 99% of the guys that are there have big egos, and they built themselves up, and a lot of those guys carry almost I'd say 100% of every single guy on Earth has some stuff up here that they just haven't talked about or whatever. They're just carrying it around with them, and they've always been I don't want to say brainwashed, but almost in a way to where like you're not supposed to talk about it. So when we talk to guys if we were to talk to guys at car shows and car meets, they already have that kind of the egos there,
Yeah, the
everything's
game
there.
plan.
and
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
So
I get it.
and we already have a group of people from the car scene that want to.
oh yeah, we got a
come
line
on
of
and
people.
talk
What?
and everything,
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
So-
don't have the spot to do it in
so
right
we get
now.
a location.
So
we're gonna start getting people in there.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and just on the road we started going on our journey so far. I mean, we were able to meet you.
Yeah. Let
We
me
met
let me know how I can help. I don't mind being one of like.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah, you know, like-
absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, like obviously, I'm always at Toyota Fest, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, there's vendor booths over there,
Oh yeah.
and I can pop in for a
Oh,
little bit.
100%.
Yeah, like I said, this is like a brilliant idea.
Well, regardless, we're gonna keep in touch with you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll,
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you
Oh,
know
yeah.
if you ever want to cruise up for one of our cars and coffee or the car show. It's up to you,
yeah. That's another circuit I was very interested in.
We do another thing too is I like helping people. We both do. So what I do is every 2 months for the cars and coffee, I pick a new
Oh, yeah.
charity,
Yeah.
and so I
Oh.
get a charity. The last
Sure
one we had
does.
was U.S. Vets. 2 months before that was Animal Friends in the Valley. So yeah, I try to pick something else. So we get to help you other people out.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Something definitely new. And again, to pull up at a car show and ask people to come in and talk about
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
will be tricky.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah.
if we open the doors,
breaking barriers.
Yeah.
break barriers, at
break the
least
barriers.
maybe they might not come in the van at that particular time, but they'll call us later
Yeah.
and say, hey,
Yeah.
I'd like to get on your podcast.
Yeah, and that's where I think that's a good bridge.
Yeah,
Good
100%,
bridge.
Yeah.
Good bridge.
But like you said too, people that are in AA that have addiction, they need to open up too.
Yeah,
And-
obviously that bridge can be
Yeah.
can kind of be scary.
Yeah.
Because obviously like this is just a friend that turned away from me, but you imagine people that that are unable to do that.
Mhm.
I've been hearing stories too. It's like sometimes the withdrawal. In my opinion too. Like I know I'm sideswiping a little bit, but
This is how we run our podcast. This
yeah,
is exactly
yeah,
what we do.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you know, like I took a step-by-step process, but you know, I made it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's people that can't cope
Nope.
with it.
Nope.
yeah.
No, so what I heard too, and I just heard some recent news about some like killings at the AA houses.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like,
That's crazy. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
some dark stuff.
That is
yeah.
dark, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, okay, so that's actually even worse.
Yeah.
And I never knew about that. Like, it can go to that route.
Yeah.
And yeah, I heard about that stuff too, man. I was like, oh man, I pray for those people, man.
Definitely.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, because you know, like, oh yeah, so this happened at the Tustin Car Show, right? I was with my sponsor, aka my best friend, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like, hey, how's the sober house, whatever. He's like, oh man, you know, and he brought it up randomly, but it opened my eyes, man. It can never be bright. It can
Yeah.
be darker.
Yeah.
And he was saying, yeah, man, some of these guys snap, man, and like get
Some
all
of them are
violent.
there for legal reasons, not because they want to be there.
Yeah, they're forced to be
Yeah,
there. If
so-
not, they go back to
Yeah,
jail.
if there was an AA where the people actually want to be there and are looking for help to actually, you know, want to be clean off of whatever they're on, that's different. But when you have people that are being forced to go there for legal reasons, court, whatever, then
Yeah,
they're
they
not
don't
there for
wanna
the right
be-
reasons.
yeah.
They don't. They're there just for the 30 minutes or hour or whatever, hour and a half, whatever it is, and then they're out. They just get to sign this and let me out, and that's it. And they're not in there
Yeah.
for anything else.
Yeah, and I never ventured off because I wanted to make my change, right? So
Yeah.
I stayed on that path, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that path, right, can be a black hole.
Yeah, 100%.
That was kind of scary when I heard that.
That is
I was like,
scary.
man. You know, like, yeah, and I would hear, you know, in the news, man, like, you know, there would be like AA houses where one guy kills one guy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you guys are trying to make a rehab, but it looked like the guy was kind of like on a devil move, you know, and
Could have been on whatever he's supposed to be off of was back on it again.
yeah, and he just relapsed, and
Yeah.
you know, and coming back to the house just made
Yeah.
him flip out. Yeah, so there's always like the truth about that. All right, so I guess to conclude, like our last conclude evidence, our last conclusion question is
Yeah.
kind of like empathy, and then after that we'll flip the script a little bit. We'll talk about any special shout outs, right?
Yeah.
Then like we'll do that for a little bit, and then we'll talk about the mobile print shop.
Yeah.
We'll give you a quick shout out
Wow.
with that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And then bring, you know, this is a community. Yeah, focus on the Carson community.
Okay.
Let them know.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Let's make it happen. All right, so we got like 3 more minutes, y'all. I know we might go over, but you know, it's all good, man.
We're here. It's not a big deal. We're
Yeah.
good with it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
we
there
could
you
talk
go.
forever, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's see. Oh, here it is. All right.
I'm gonna have to hit you up for a playlist too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Yeah. So I think okay. So to bridge out, right? We're gonna talk about empathy, and like empathy. Like, my question would be, what's the okay? Well, like the last conclusion question. What tool? What communication tool would you give advice to for people that are wanting to change? Empathy, and then you can bridge off of that. Would that be okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
And then we'll have one song minute break, and then we'll flip the subject around.
Okay.
So let's talk about the mobile. The mobile print shop.
Yeah.
Or what? I mean, that way, you know, obviously, like we have a lot of cameras here. If they wanted to rewind it, right, they can
Yeah.
go back to the therapeutic talking.
Yeah.
You know? But you know, no matter what happens, y'all, I'm very blessed and honored.
Oh,
Man, thank you.
Thank you.
Turn this off.
I'm not sure it's an iPhone.
I know, right?
I don't use those. Maybe he knows he has an iPhone. on it to make it quiet.
Yeah, and if it's cool, if I could just do another shout out, man, it's
Yeah, that's right.
there's actually a few people. They just text. They're all listening.
Oh yeah,
That's
for real.
awesome.
Oh, right on,
a
right
few.
on.
Oh, kind of cool.
Alright. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I needed this talk.
Good man.
Right.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
As
bro.
soon as we get a spot, we'll have you come down. You can be on the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
appreciate it, yeah.
Are you kidding?
There you go. Aloha, aloha. You're now listening to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, brought to you by our boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUCI in Irvine. We're bringing the Real Life Talk podcast to the Aloha All Over Radio Show. If you just, before I continue on with our therapeutic Thursday talk, I want to start off with the last song. I mean, the song list that we had. First off, we start off with Kabaka Pyramid with reggae music, Chronics, Cool as the Breeze, Hotspot featuring Kaiba and Gizmo by Blaze Fire. That's actually one of the new releases that's coming out. We had a Godness with Nubian Dawn. And lastly, you heard was with with Swiss. Tell Me, featuring Lion Rez. So, Chris, in conclusion, what would be the best communication tool you would advise people to use when it comes to wanting to change?
I mean, if I would say, I would say first to open up, but
Yeah.
find someone that you're close to, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever, someone that you can confide into, and that's the best way. If you can open up, that's what kind of brings everything together.
Absolutely.
That's the first step you need, to take. So I would definitely say, if you're lucky enough to have someone to talk to, if not, then I mean, therapy is a good way. There's all kinds of tools for people to use. Therapy is another good thing, so you can talk to somebody. We talked about meditation, and if someone is religious, whether going to church or whatever else, that might help as well. But in my opinion, I think finding someone you can talk to would be the best way, the best bridge.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I would like to add one key word that I haven't realized the importance of is empathy, listening.
Oh yeah.
Showing your compassion of listening to others. I didn't know how powerful of a tool that was in my life that helped me to be a better man. Obviously, a simple question can turn out to be very defensive to somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
But just to even listen on just the basics of 1, 2, 3 open-ended questions should be taken as an open-ended question and shouldn't be offensive. I mean, if that's how life was to be, I think we would have wars almost every day.
Right.
Because there would be no sense of understanding what the message was been told across.
I feel like that person's got a war going on in their head.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why
It's like
they're-
that's
yeah.
like more of a subliminal war or something. And that's where I think it ties back to men's mental health,
Definitely, 100%.
right?
Yeah.
So, everyday talking is therapy.
It is.
Yeah.
Everyday talking is all about to better your own soul.
Yeah.
And I think normal conversations like this are essential in life.
Absolutely.
And
I agree.
One thing too is that these conversations with ordinary folks become essential to your spiritual well-being.
Yes.
Long story short, through my trials and tribulations of life, to let go of my past anxieties, to let go of any future worries, has led me to victories from all angles. And one of the quotes that my sponsor, aka Best Friend, told me is that money is gonna come from the least places you know it. And then when he told me that in my early stages, I was like, what are you talking about? And it's true. It's not money in terms of like greenbacks, aka $100 bills. It's about the fortune. It's about the mental wealth. It's about it'll come to you, and you'll never realize the fortune that's in front of you until you see it.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to see my good friends today, Gus and Chris of the Real Life Podcast Talk.
Oh,
thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to go back to one last song, y'all, and then we're going to go ahead and have our conclusion, all right? With that being said, you're now listening to the Aloha Aloha Radio Show featuring
Gus.
And Chris.
There you go, there you go. Tune in, y'all. Last song for today.
All right. Awesome.
Everything good?
Oh man, yeah, it just feels good.
Yeah, man.
No, this really does. It really does.
Man,
That's what it's all about right here.
yeah, it was well worth it. You know.
man.
I feel like when you put yourself on the right path, you meet the right people in your life.
Yeah, and that's the thing about that golden ticket. You know, with that caboose, you don't want to sit with the bad folks.
No.
You know, you want to ride with the people that are gonna help. I mean, see, like one thing I keep telling like my coworkers, like we're all gonna walk the same tunnel. It's how you want to face the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So some people try to avoid it by going sideways and kind of
right.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like swivel around. But
Yeah.
I'd rather face it.
Head on.
I keep on telling myself, look, I'm not a running back, but I like to run straight to the past the D line and break the
Yeah.
damn barriers and let me through. You know, it's kind of like a football style. You know,
Yeah.
just run straight to it and go to the touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing too. It's like people want to go sideways, people go over. I like to just go straight there, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
And just keep it going.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely, man.
there you go, man.
This is great.
Yeah, man. Thank you again.
This is super good.
So I think what we'll do right now is like we'll talk about the the last thing, any special shout out to give.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
can
yeah.
one more time,
Yeah,
I
no,
think
no,
I
no,
missed.
yeah, no
I
doubt.
missed.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any special shout outs to give, and then like for Gus and then Chris, and then
Thank you.
we'll conclude with my special shout outs, and then we'll talk about the mobile print shop, the Real Life Talk podcast,
Yeah.
when do you go live, etc. If you want to show your do your social promoting,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
like how do people add you and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
All right, there you go. All right, I will be back on air from in a minute and a half,
Okay.
and then
Wow.
Yeah, this is our first time doing anything like this.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is
Yeah.
it really. This is cool.
yeah, man.
Super cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, the fact that you can. This is mainly to reach out. You're using your
Platform.
platform.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
to reach out, which is,
yeah. I think
which is awesome, man.
So we'll be back next month, right?
sure, yeah, like whenever you're free, I was thinking on that note too. I always, it's summertime, right? So it's technically like summer school. Scheduling is graveyard shift, I like to call it, right? I'll talk to my manager. Maybe there can be a little car meet here.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that,
Nothing
and-
wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll talk to my manager. I mean, obviously my manager's only a manager of the station, but it's dead around here.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst I can say to the security is, hey, just my buddies are going to the radio station and y'all part of the same area, right? Yeah, nothing wrong.
But
We just happen to show up at the same time.
Yeah, not that we're not here racing. We're just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Obviously I have the keys, so yeah, just come inside. We'll just park in the same area, right?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, hold on. Aloha, aloha. You're now listening to the Aloha Aloha Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUC on Irvine. All right, so first off, you listen. The last song you listened to was Skip Marley, "That's Not True," featuring Damien Junior Gong Marley. All right. If you're just barely listening to us right now, I have our valued guest of the Real Life
Real Life Talk podcast, Gus and Chris. Before we do that, did you want to get any special shout outs, Gus? To anybody out there?
You know what? Thank you, and I do. It was a little emotional earlier, but again, I want to shout out my wife Debbie, my number one, my sister Elsie, my sister Karen, my brother-in-law Jose, Ramon. These folks have been behind me 100%, and I give them a lot of credit for getting me to where I am. And of course, my kids, Charlie, Jay, Pierce. Pierce has been with me for the longest, and this man has grown up to be a great man. He follows what I do. He understands what I do. So shout out to Pierce. I love him for that. Of course, I love my kids, all my kids. But again, shout out to them, man, and thank you.
What about you, Chris?
My wife Katie and my family, but particularly Katie.
There you go. There you go.
And yeah, that's it. That covers it for me.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
good.
I want to give a special shout out to my valued guests today, Gus and Chris. I needed this as a man. I needed this as a father. You know, just to speak of speaking therapy. You know, sometimes when you get caught up in too many things, sometimes just talking to friends on normal everyday conversations is the best thing that happened ever. And today, I can gladly admit today was probably one of the best shows I had because it's therapeutic. Wow. You know, it's therapeutic. It's we all need this. You know, and to tie it back into what we talked about before about introduction. You know, men's mental health shouldn't be just June. It should be almost an everyday,
We agree.
hourly talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you know, to twist and turn a little bit, you know, it should be no harder than a simple coffee break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So, brother Gus, I want to talk to you. So, tell me more about the mobile print shop. What do you do?
Wow.
And what services do you provide, and how can future clients, you know, get a hold of you at any event? Did you want to elaborate on that? For a little
Sure.
bit?
Well, you know, I'm a printer. I'm a screen printer of apparel for close to 15 years now. I've had a shop in the past, and I have a shop now. And you know, after years and years of being in the shop doing my thing, I said to myself, you know what? I need to get out on the weekends. I want something to do on the weekends. So one day I just picked up a few pieces of equipment and I went to a car show. I set it up and it hit. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. It's been great addition to my business. Again, I'm a regular screen printer, DTF, direct to film. You can reach me on my Instagram at the Mobile Print Shop, all spelled out. Check that out. All my information on all my other contacts are on there. It shows a little bit about what I do, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun with it.
There you go. That's one. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. And yeah. You know, I love it. And Chris, did you want to talk about you know, any of your
Ventures?
ventures? Yeah. You know.
Let's talk about
I
it.
do Cars and Coffee.
Oh, wow,
Once
there
a
you go.
month. It's the last Sunday of every month, and it's at Tom's Farm in near Corona.
Okay.
And yeah, we do our annual show once a year, which will be the last Sunday of September. And every 2 months on our Cars and Coffee, we pick a new charity to donate to. The last one we did was usvets.org. And we just try to pick
lovely.
something local that'll help out the community, whether it's a food bank or we have an animal shelter that's out there that we collabed with 4 months ago. And so, yeah, we just kind of help out the community. I just like helping in general. So, yeah, if you guys all want to come out to that, it's the last Sunday of every month at Tom's Farm. And you can find us on my Instagram, Wicked Syndicate.
Yeah. I mean, how can is Wicked Syndicate your Instagram handle, or
That's the club. Yeah,
okay,
that's, yeah.
okay.
It's just Wicked_Syndicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the mobile print shop it's one long word.
Yes, sir.
And then okay. Wow. Oh, and talk about your real life podcast. How can people subscribe? I mean, can you elaborate on that?
Well,
information?
thanks again, man. I appreciate
no
you
doubt, no
letting
doubt.
us share
No,
that. Well,
yeah,
yes.
no doubt. Remember, this is our show. This is Therapy Thursdays.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with the one and only Gus. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
man. All right. Well, listen, real quick. The Real Life Talk podcast was created from just a couple of guys that found friendship and stuck with it and found that we could talk about mental health. We weren't embarrassed by it. We weren't shy by it. So one day we just said, listen, let's just start a podcast. And that's what we did. And
Yep.
it's taken us to today. It's been doing well. You want to add to that, Chris?
I mean, we've been getting great feedback.
Yes,
and
the feedback.
not only are we trying to help other people, but in return, it's also helping us as well.
100%.
Letting us get some stuff out, and then after we get something out, you realize there's something else there we didn't get out also. So you start finding more and more stuff you buried inside.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, to end on that note, one thing that I've been thinking for weeks while planning this show, there's a song called, you know, it's a new movie, obviously a Disney movie called Toy Story 5, but the song that's been ringing in my head lately is called by Randy Newman. No, you know, not Randy Newman, but Carole King. You Got a Friend.
Okay.
And
Yes.
you got a friend in me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, man. Thank you.
Thank you. You
DJ
know,
Mac. Man, let me
Thank
tell you,
you.
this has been great. It's
Tell
been
'em.
fun.
Real Life Talk too. Tell them where they can find us at.
Real Life Talk podcast, absolutely. You can find us on all social media platforms. Real Life Talk podcast. Spell it out. It should pop up.
On Instagram, and then we have a link tree
Instagram?
on there on
Oh,
our
okay,
bio
okay.
that has all of the links to it on the
Yep,
Instagram.
yep. And of course, YouTube. Please come out to YouTube. Check us out. And to keep us going, all we're looking for is a couple likes, a couple shares. Interact with us. Reach out to
Subscribe,
us.
follow.
Subscribe, follow. And just stay in touch.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you again, y'all. This is the beginning.
Yes, sir.
This is the beginning of future adventures, y'all. And I just want to say thank you for everything.
Thank you.
With that being said, y'all, it's transitional time. I want to give a special shout out to Arik Faze of the Goldmine Show, which is playing the best of techno, international techno. He'll be taking over at 10. But right now, you still got the Aloha All Over Radio Show, so do not go now. Keep listening, y'all. All right, with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be here shortly, y'all. All right? You're now listening to the Aloha All Over Radio Show, brought to you by your boy DJ Mac on 88.9 FM, KUCI Irvine. Aloha, aloha.
That's dope.
All right. Thank you again. Appreciate you, brother.
That's dope, man. I appreciate it.
No, before you guys go, can you give us a special shout out on each camera? That way.
Oh, 100%. Are you
all right.
kidding?
There you go.
What's going on, folks?
What's up?
Hey, we want to thank DJ Mac for having us out. KUCI 88.9 FM.
Aloha,
Thank you, guys.
Aloha.
Aloha, aloha.
There you go. And then this one right here, please.
What's going on, everybody? We want to give a shout out to DJ Mac, KUCI 88.9.
Aloha,
FM.
aloha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this one right here, yeah. If it's cool.
What is going on, folks? Hey, we want to thank DJ Mac, man, 1,000% for having us out tonight. KUCI 88.9 FM.
Aloha, aloha.
Let's go.
And then last one, bro. I'm sorry, man.
No
Sorry.
worries.
Good, you're good.
What's going on, folks? Shout out DJ Mac for having us out. KUCI 88.9 FM. Check them out. It was a blast today,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We want to thank him for having us, and
Appreciate
we
it.
look forward to future meetings.
And
There you go.
aloha, aloha.
There you go. Thank you once again. All right. Well, let me slowly close down, and I'll meet you in the.
Wow,
lobby.
100%,
yeah.
bro.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Gus. Yes, sir.
Chris.